Yo, what's up guys? Travis aka Travis D. Today I'm coming at you with an updated Awakened Mystic PVE guide. Now first, before we go into the guide itself, we'll go over quickly in the add-ons. We have Rapid Stream, extra damage, all DP minus 15, and then Rapid Stream itself has a DP debuff that will stack. Very good skill, and this is the first skill I usually use to initiate the mobs. Dragon Shatter, we have extra damage to monsters plus 20 and critical hit damage. And basically this is just trying to keep up the extra monster damage plus 20 all around, and then critical hit damage as well. Rising Dragon, we have critical hit rate and attack speed. Critical hit rate, good for PvE, and attack casting speed, we want to keep this up as much, and that's why I have it rotating around Rising Dragon and Sea Burial, because you'll see how I rotate my skills. You're gonna always have attack casting speed plus 7 and a critical hit rate. Wave Orb, it's kind of whatever. Extra damage plus 30, critical hit damage plus 5. These override the extra monster damage plus 20 here and critical hit damage plus 3% here. But it's used every like 14 seconds, so it's not a big deal and definitely can be mitigated. Spiral Torpedo, I put back attack damage plus 3% and critical hit damage plus 3%. That way we can keep the critical hit damage plus 3% up, and then also when you're Spiral Torpedo, most of the time you're going behind the mobs. Alright, so that's explanation quickly of my PvE add-ons. Not going to go too much more into it. Now we're going to go ahead and go to what we actually do when we grind. Alright, so we're going to go briefly over my Awakened Mystic combo. Now, unfortunately, there's going to be no set combo because a lot of Awakened Mystic PvE is going to be based off cooldowns and what's available. First, I'm going to go ahead and go with what I start out with. I start out with Rapid Stream and then Tidal Burst to build 3 shards. And then after I do that, I like to use Crouching Wolf with 3 shards. Then I'll Rising Dragon using 1 shard, and then I'll Spiral Torpedo. And that's basically how I start most of my combos. Again, I initiate with Rapid Stream on the mobs, Tidal Burst until I get 3 shards, Crouching Wolf, Rising Dragon, and Spiral Torpedo. So that's usually what I initiate my combos with, again based off cooldowns. Next, we're going to go over what we use after going through Spiral Torpedo. Now, main priority is Wave Orb with 3 shards. This has done the most damage in PvE. Then we have Sea Burial with 3 shards. And Sea Burial, 3 shards, let's say you just use Wave Orb. Sometimes I'll just use Sea Burial with 1 shard and then pack it up for the next pack and use it 3 shards. And then we got Gushing, the new skill. Very, very good. Pretty good damage, I would say, comparable with the Sea Burial 1 shard. So definitely use that when possible. And we got some animation cancels we can do with Gushing. The one I like using the most is Gushing Twisted Sea Burial. And then there's another one that can be used. Let's say you get behind the mobs, you can do Gushing Sweep Wave Orb, and the sweep you have to cancel with S. So a regular sweep looks like this. Hold S. That's the sweep, and that will animation cancel Wave Orb. Again, Rapid Stream, Tidal Burst until I have 3 shards. So see, I don't have 3 shards yet. Crouching Wolf, Rising Dragon, Spiral Torpedo, kick, Gushing, and to sweep, animation cancel Wave Orb. Now, depending on how much mob health is left, sometimes I'll just Sea Burial with 1 shard, but let's say they're at like half health, then I might go back through and wait until I have Sea Burial with 3 shards. Next, we're going to kind of go over how do you make the choice between Wave Orb and Sea Burial and Gushing. Basically, if Wave Orb's up, that's your priority 3 shard move. And usually when you use Wave Orb, you're going to be wanting to use Sea Burial pretty quickly. So let's say we start Rapid Stream, Tidal Burst, we get our 3 shard, Crouching Wolf, Rising Dragon, Spiral Torpedo through, Gushing, Wave Orb, and let's say the mobs are about to die, we use Sea Burial with 1 shard, we come back, we start again, and now we have Sea Burial up before Wave Orb is up. We 3 shard Sea Burial, we build again to get 3 shard Wave Orb, and then we use 3 shard Wave Orb. I kind of went over that pretty quickly, but basically, you can use 3-shard Sea Burial more than you can use 3-shard Wave Orb just because of the cooldown. Sea Burial's about 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Let's see again. Yeah, Sea Burial's about 8 seconds. Wave Orb itself is about, I think 14 seconds. Yeah, so Wave Orb is 14 seconds, Sea Burial is 8 seconds. You're going to be able to use Sea Burial about 2 times every time Wave Orb, and that's why sometimes I'll use Sea Burial with 1 shard and then build for Wave Orb 3 shards. Alright. So again, to break it down pretty slowly, Rapid Stream, Tidal Burst, Filler Damage. Sometimes if I have this up, I'll put that into the pack of mobs. Then I want a Crouching Wolf with 3 shards, Rising Dragon with 3 shards, and then Spiral Torpedo. And then here's where I make the decision between Wave Orb or Sea Burial. As you can see, I have Wave Orb up, so I'm going to do Gushing, Twisted, Gushing and Sweep into Wave Orb. And let's say the mobs are low, then I'm going to just do 1 shard Sea Burial. Then I'm going to build again, right? And then I'm going to do 3 shard Sea Burial, and then build to 3 shard Wave Orb. And then let's say the pack's dead here, then I can just do Twisted Sea Burial with 1 shard, and then basically start over again. I hope this video helped you awaken Mystics. This is going to be useful for any endgame spots such as Sicaria, Star's End, Doom spots, and not so much for Turos, because Turos you're going to have to rotate a lot more protection skills just to get CC'd. But again, this is going to be helpful for you that are struggling to rotate the skills properly. Alright, so this has been Travis, aka Travesty, your depressed Mystic main. And I hope this video helps. Peace.